No?
Sir.
Life on Bell.
Live from Gaza. How about that?
Sir.
You're breaking your own rules.
That's standard.
When people are ready to stop, then I'll make my remarks. So just if you have more stuff you want to get out, now's the time. Otherwise,
Go ahead,
Go ahead, speak, brother.
Please, no,
thank you.
please.
Thank you.
Sir,
Sir.
we're going to
Sir,
trust council
speak.
to do that.
I appreciate that.
Speak.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Holtzman, and I'm the director of the Jewish Community Relations Council of the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia. Just so you're aware, the Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia is responsible for helping the Jewish community, providing resources to the Jewish community and other vulnerable and marginalized communities in Philadelphia and the surrounding 4 counties. So that's Delaware County, Bucks County, Montgomery County, and Chester County, just to give everybody a frame of reference. First, I want to thank, nobody has thanked President Hover tonight, and I'm here to do that. Thank you. Yeah, you can laugh. Thank you, President Hover, for showing moral clarity and for introducing this resolution, and to the council for actually voting on it as an acknowledgement that Hamas is a terrorist organization.
It is. Yeah. Sorry. I
Thank
couldn't
you,
keep a straight
thank you.
face. My bad. I
I
apologize.
kept quiet when you spoke, and I would
Sorry.
appreciate the same from you.
I
Thank you.
apologize. I just couldn't keep
So
a
as an
straight face.
acknowledgement that Hamas is a terrorist organization whose purpose is to kill Israelis and Jews without regard for human life. On October 7th, Hamas launched thousands of rockets, murdered over 1,000 civilians, and took hundreds hostage. Because of Hamas, October 7th now marks the highest number of Jews killed in one day since the Holocaust. Hamas's war crimes are some of the worst that the world has ever seen. Babies were murdered, women were raped, elderly people, including Holocaust survivors, were murdered and taken captive. And I'm not here to tell you that Israel is perfect, not at all. But like any country under attack, Israel has the right to defend itself while remaining committed to its humanitarian values. Israel does seek, although the people in this audience would not have you seek to believe it, Israel does go to great extents to try to minimize civilian casualties, going out of its way to warn civilians of upcoming operations, even at the risk of Israel's military success. These are factual things. However, the same cannot be said for Hamas. Hamas frequently uses Palestinian civilians as human shields. They fire their rockets from mosques, schools, and hospitals. Clear evidence from just a month ago actually revealed that the Hamas terrorists were responsible for a recent strike on a Gaza hospital that killed hundreds or maybe dozens of innocent Palestinians, depending on the source that you read. I and my community, the Jewish community here in Greater Philadelphia, we mourn the loss of life of all Palestinian civilians, and we recognize the impact that this tragedy is having on many groups in our community, not just our own. We condemn those who use this conflict to advance anti-Semitic, Islamophobic, anti-Arab, or other hateful beliefs in the United States and around the globe, which is why my organization was one of over 150 Jewish groups to sign a national letter unequivocally rejecting Islamophobia, anti-Arab hate, anti-Semitism, and all forms of bigotry. I would sign that letter 1,000,000 times over. Like most of you, all that the Jewish community wants is for there to be a peaceful resolution to this conflict. However, peace depends on the unconditional release of the hostages still being held in Gaza today. This is why we're imploring you here tonight not to listen to the detractors in the room who want you to rescind this resolution, but to really continue with this resolution to show that terrorism and violence will never be acceptable means of achieving political outcomes, and that Lansdowne will not tolerate anti-Jewish bigotry, anti-Muslim bigotry, or hate of any kind. As I began my remarks tonight talking about moral clarity, I think it's something that we all need to think about. Israel is facing an unprecedented situation that it has never faced before throughout its entire history. People woke up on a holy day, a holiday called Simchat Torah, the end of Sukkot, planning to celebrate and be with their loved ones. And instead they were met with gunshots, murder, slaughter, rape, torture, and totally inhumane acts. And like I said, I'm not here to tell you that Israel is perfect. The Israeli government has problems. There are policies in Israel and in the West Bank that exist, some of which the people in this crowd have mentioned tonight, that I find abhorrent. None of that is relevant, though, when talking about Hamas. Hamas does not recognize Israel's existence. Hamas does not believe that anyone should talk to Israel. In fact, in 2020, when COVID was raging and all of us were in lockdown, there were dialogues happening between peace activists in Israel and in Gaza. What happened to those Gazan peace activists who were on Zoom talking to their Israeli counterparts? Those people were arrested and put in jail, the same way that the Gazans were arrested and put in jail last summer when they were protesting in Gaza against Hamas's oppressive corruption. Thank you very much.